Yes.
Copywriting for the songs. They lost all their music?
No, you never lose the copywriting. You lose they sold the rights to the print music and to the royalties. And it was sold to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then when Michael Jackson went belly up, it became the property of Sony Records.
Do they get money for each of the songs?
Yeah, they still get money, but it's done through Sony.
Okay.
And they still have a veto power on what is mostly done with the music. Yes?
You said you
You're
were.
taking more videotape than anybody ever has.
You said you've been to 72 concerts. Is there one concert that stood out the most as your favorite?
Well, the most dramatic was Shea Stadium. But the problem was you couldn't hear anything. The reason it was so dramatic is that no one had ever seen 65,000 people come out for anybody in America except the Pope and not even Elvis. And it was pretty amazing. The best concert of all was one that nobody talks about. It was in Atlanta, Georgia in 1965 at the just-built Fulton County Stadium. The Beatles played the Fulton County Stadium before the Atlanta Braves did. It was built for the Atlanta Braves who were moving there from Milwaukee. And there was a DJ, and he decided that he was going to rig up a sound system that no matter what the noise of the crowd, you were going to be able to hear him. And my first book, it's called A Night in Heaven, and it was unbelievable. You could sit, the place was packed, you could sit wherever you were. I was on the field, and you could hear them. And you could hear every song beautifully. So that was the best concert. The wackiest concert in terms of crowds and disorder was right here in Philadelphia. It was 1964 Convention Hall. And Convention Hall, for those of you who remember it, had these sections, but on the side there was a hallway. It was like an open hallway, and the girls were running through the hallway. I mean, watching young women, 13 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old, with whatever they wore in those days, running through the halls, trying to get to the stage, being repressed by police who did not want to hit them. Obviously, they're kids, and so the cops just let them through. I mean, they didn't know, they'd never seen anything like this. Were you there? No, you weren't. What's that? But it was just an amazing trauma to see this happening. Now, also, for those of you who don't remember history, there were riots in Philadelphia in 1964, and they were very bad. And the riots, their appearance here just followed the riots, so the police were very tense at the time, but they didn't know what to do. Beatles never stayed overnight in Philadelphia in 1964. They came to the Convention Hall, parked in an office there, did some interviews. They had rooms reserved at the Warwick Hotel, and we did too. So we went there and took a shower. The reporters had traveled with them, and the other wildest one is in Vancouver, British Columbia, where 7,000 people rushed the stage. And you had to stop the concert. But most of them were fun. I mean, when you really think about it, people were having fun. They were. Nobody really inflicted violence on anyone. There was no, except for my little episode, there were no stampedes or anybody was particularly hurt. But they were joyful. Yes.
Do you go to see Paul McCartney when he's here, and can you get me backstage passes?
I did see him the last time I was here. I thought he was very good.
She's my buddy, and we go all the time.
Well, his concerts are extraordinary because he sings for so long. And in addition to that, it's gotten better the last couple of years, because only in the last couple of years has he played a lot of Beatles music. In his early concerts, he played mostly from Wings, which in Paul's mind, I know this sounds strange, but in Paul's mind, Wings were better than the Beatles. But that's the way he felt. Of course, his wife was involved, so there's a lot of, Anybody out there know something to say? I'm open to any question. Don't be bashful. Listen, I wanted to thank you for coming here. The book, by the way, is also for those who want. It's also going to be available through the holidays or through next year. There's a big anniversary next year, the 50th anniversary of their arrival in America. And if any of you are doing any projects for school, write to me on my email site, my website. I'll be glad to talk to you on the phone. And come on up and say hello. Thank you for being here.